3 points were put on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. Again, that's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
The Eagles, it's 7 and 3 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Check smash, check smash.
Mike 7. All right. Let's go, D, let's go.
Go street.
Let's get there.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run with Sanders. Oh, look, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On first down, Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that. Street.
6 guys. Check 6.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and 11. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Smith catches left side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay a 4-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half.
There he goes, left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Boy, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll go with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jordan Davis brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers get a bit closer. Parkey adds the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the... Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
79 Broncos.
They go play action with Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go, Rig, go. Hurt.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
60 Bison. Cup 19.
Safety's creeping. Kill.
Put it.
Hey, turn it out.
Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Smash.
Under 10. Check.
Ready, go.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Street. Panther Street.
Check it back.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Street.
Check safety. Slam. 36.
Big Lion.
Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field again, it's been a while since they've been out there. We just saw that long touchdown drive by the opposition. But remember, when this crew was out here last, Charles, they scored as well.
And let's make sure we give both offensive staff some credit, and especially the offensive coordinators, because we spoke with both of them in the lead up to this game, and both were really confident in their game plans. They felt like they had scouted their opponents and focused on specific areas in practice this week to make sure that they were ready to go. And frankly, it looks like they both did an excellent job.
Yeah, we'll see if those game plans can keep this streak of touchdowns going here. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down Packers. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay there.
And not in any rush offensively. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you worry about rookies hitting.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now.